Hey guys, welcome back in. Just going to continue some more No Man's Sky. Just make sure cancel this download. Yeah, I have to cancel the download every time I load in because it will try to update the game on me. I don't want that. Alright. And actually, if you do go to do a run like this and you find that the game did upload for you, what you do is you just leave your save file right where it is, delete the game, and then reinstall it from disk, and you should be all set. I've had that happen before on runs. Alright, so I did manage to get in and ran around. I started picking up some new ships. I'm just trying to slowly step my way up, because whenever you find a ship, a lot of times it'll be one slot higher. So I've been trying to do a little bit of that. I'm pretty sure there's a ship up here that I didn't grab. Alright, it's still there. I weren't sure if it would still be there or not. I meant to check see how many slots I have here. I got 5, 8. Okay, so I have 18 slots. So I'm hoping this is 19. Because you can only go up like one slot at a time typically. So I've got 4, 8, 12. 20 slots? No, it's 19 slots. Alright, so we're gonna end up taking this. Alright, so I only have 4 slots here that I can move things into, which is actually gonna be fine. I just got this stuff out of a couple buildings. I wanted to sell it. Actually, I might be able to sell some of that stuff on my way out. Yeah, I have to make sure I leave a couple slots open because I need to craft a bunch of stuff. Ship's out of range. Yeah, I'm gonna have to craft a bunch of metal plating, or whatever they call it in this. Let me transfer this stuff over. Alright, so I know I'm gonna need this in my ship, this. I'm gonna need to get some more iron too. Yeah, because you always need iridium to fix your pulse engine, I believe. So you always need 200 of that. And you're gonna need probably 6 of the metal plating. I can't remember if there's anything else. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring those over. Actually, let me bring this iron over. We need iron. Alright. Get up here. See if I can grab some extra iron. I'm gonna need, I believe, 300 iron to make up all the metal plating I need. That's carbon. I moved over to a different planet because I started getting drop pods that were repeating, so... Oh, that's carbon. Yeah, so I just moved over here. It gave me a bunch of other stuff to scan, too. Alright, need just a little more iron. Let me grab this. That's gonna be... It's carbon, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, hit it. You can't tell what it is until you actually shoot it. I want to make sure I get all my iron. There we go. Alright, now... See, this is kind of why I wanted to expand my inventory a little bit too, my exosuit. Just so it makes moving things around way easier. So we're gonna move this over. And take a look at this stuff. Some of this stuff, you can break it down even though it's broken. So I don't think I can break that down though. Right. Break down what we can. This will give you, you know, some oddball stuff. Alright, so now we have a bunch of thallium that we can use. See, if I go and I hit leave now, it's gonna put all this stuff I already moved over back into my inventory, so I have to kind of decide what I want to keep right now, which is unfortunate. Put that iron back. See what he's gonna give me. Oh, that I can't delete anyway. Bring this over. Yeah, like platinum's not an issue. Getting a lot of this stuff isn't an issue. Indium would be good to have, but I don't need it right now. So we're gonna, and you see down here, you got your gauges. As these fill up, they kind of give you a comparison between the two ships of how good they are. Like this has a warp reactor in it, which is, in this you don't have to worry about what color system you're going to or anything. Your warp reactor is just like, you know, like a C-class hyperdrive type of thing. You know, you got 3 different versions. I think there's only 3 different versions. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to accept this. Alright, so there's our new ship. I don't have room in here. Alright, and I can't fuel that either. I was thinking maybe I could fuel it. Alright, let me move this over, delete that. Alright, so I'm gonna have to delete something here. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Actually, let's... Can I use... Yeah, let's just use that. I'm gonna refill my shield. That'll give me a little bit of room. And make a sheet. Another sheet. And I always fix the pulse engine first because it takes the most amount of pieces. So, there we go. Now we got a bunch of room back. We're gonna need to get 4 more of these. And you can split it in between your inventories too, which makes it kind of nice. So let's get our launch thrusters done. And let's just fill those right away because that'll use another stack. And fill up our pulse as well. Alright, so we got a good amount of our stuff back. Just use up that little stack of carbon. Alright, and I'm just going to leave everything broken for now. Yeah, eventually there is space combat in this, but it's not very much. You know, let's just break these down. The phase beam stuff. It's good for like mining asteroids and stuff, but that's about it. Alright, so I'm just gonna throw that away. Throw that away. Just use up a little bit of this.
Technology recharge.
Yeah, power canisters, you can use that for your life support. And then those other sheet things you can use for your hazard protection. Alright, so you know, I'm just gonna get rid of this broken stuff. Let's just get rid of it now. Except for that warp reactor. Actually, I wonder if that will give me back a resonator. Nope. Alright, I don't want to do anything. Alright, I wanted to make sure I have the stuff to repair that too. But I am gonna warp out of here. I don't really need that either. Alright, does that give me enough? Alright. So let's, where did my other... Do I need 3 of those? Alright, let's, Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a bug that was in the game. I don't know what I just broke down, but if you break them down, they'll stack up to 100 of these. And I think it does the same thing with warp cells, too. It's like a bug that was in the game. Alright, so I think that's all we need in here. Yeah, I wish I could move this up top. That would take nickel and platinum. You know, I can just leave it like this. I don't plan on having this ship for very long anyway. So, alright. I don't think I'm gonna bother with more ships right now, though. I think see, there is an issue. If you stay in the system too long, weird things start happening. Like, drop pods don't show up. Crash ships, you know, you'll get the marker for them, but nothing will actually be there. You know, kind of like what we see in the game nowadays anyway, like, you know, just weird stuff like if that happens. You know, you'll get a waypoint for something, but there's nothing there. And I started getting some of those issues. So, I do want to move on from this system because that tends to kind of sort it out. So we're going to search the cockpit, see what we get for a blueprint. Oh, I took damage. That's always nice. Oh, Corvac's casing, really? Oh, inventory's full. I have all my exosuit upgrades. Or not exosuit, my multi-tool. So I'm not going to be getting any more multi-tool upgrades. So. Alright. We got a bunch of stuff that... Alright. Let me actually do a quick save here. I want to go check my ship. I'm pretty sure it zeroes out your inventory after you switch. But I just want to make sure. Because I could still come back here and claim this ship if I want. But you can only have one ship. Oh, it leaves... Can I move this stuff? Yeah, I can't move this stuff back or anything. So... I did lose some stuff. Alright. Nothing too important anyway. You can build up stacks pretty quick, so right. I remember, I think there was a couple buildings somewhat close to here. The flying is so weird in this, because it's almost like you can only see like 15 degrees at a time or something. I thought there was a building somewhere around here. There's probably this thing right in front of me sticking up. Probably what I saw. So I'm just going to take a second, just kind of fly around kind of low, see if I can find like a minor settlement or something to land at. I've got something over here. Alright, transmissions tower, I think. No, that's just a settlement. Yeah, 'cause I managed to find a few drop pods just kind of flying slowly like this. Wouldn't mind finding a couple more. Alright, we just got another settlement. Yeah, because settlements aren't going to really help me out anymore because I have all the multi-tool upgrades, so I don't really need those. Something over here. Some of those tall plants, they kind of resemble a transmissions tower. Got a building over here. Alright, we have a factory. Caster. Actually, check the charge on it. I'm probably gonna have to recharge it at some point. You can blow it open with your ship too, if you can actually find the door, but it's can be pretty difficult to find. So you got 3 sentinels around us, so what we're going to do is we're just going to give them a few seconds to calm down. Normally doesn't take too long. And we're going to need to make more ammo for this anyway. Some carbon. I don't know why it didn't completely fill it. There we go. So just grab some carbon right now and refill that. Right. Now hopefully finish off that door. If I put some upgrades in this thing, I'd be able to open that a little bit quicker. But it's still a lot of times takes quite a few bullets to actually get through. I'm scanned. I know I have Proto-Gek on this planet too. They were introduced to the game pretty early. I gotta keep this thing going open. That did not reload. Alright. Yeah, like you can't fire in here either, and you can't switch your whatever your multi-tool weapon is. You can't switch when you're inside. Now I shouldn't be getting anything out of this. Yeah, so I can stop wasting carbon on those. The same thing with the damaged machinery. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing answered. Flux crystal warning. Time. Okay, let's reset clock. Nope, wrong answer. Alright, so I got nothing out of that. Now, if I do a reload here, I'll die. Because the game remembers what you answered, so you can't just do a reload and try the puzzle again in this mode. Actually, I'll do one right now just so you guys can see. I'm gonna go restore to last save. My character dies. The game will remember the answer you gave already, so it's not like you can, you know, do a reload and try again, kind of like you can today. And that will happen every time you go to save. The Generation 2 now. So I'll have to just make sure I go pick up my... Oh, and something breaks, too. I forgot about that. So, make sure you reclaim your grave. And this thing is still already answered, so... I forgot that it breaks your equipment. Oh, there's... really no need to have that thing installed anyway. Yeah, I don't use it for... Well, we'll just fix it. Yeah, let's just get that filled up a little. Refill everything while I'm here. Alright. Quick scan out here. I don't think I actually really need much of anything here. Yeah, I have to get to a terminal. I was hoping there'd be a signal booster somewhat close. Oh, let me grab this. Okay, so I've got see what I'm gonna need for. Okay, I'm gonna need plutonium for that. Iridium. Alright, because I need to repair my hyperdrive too. Actually, how much was that? Okay, so I will need to get some iridium. Should be somewhat close. Looks like a big gold one there, something right there. Looks like a big gold deposit. Oops.
Toxic protection falling.
Alright, so we're gonna need 50 for that. Okay, so I've got plenty. Alright. And how's our plutonium? Let's... Oh, it's my ship, so I can't access it. Alright, make a slot here. Oh, okay, there it is.
Technology recharge.
Yeah, I was hoping to find a minor settlement. Wow, there's a booster right there. And looks like I'm probably just gonna head for the space station. Let's go. I'm gonna have to get a couple items. Hopefully I can get everything I need up here. Make a couple of slots here. We're gonna refill that. I shouldn't have to really transfer a bunch of stuff over or anything. I just want to sell off this stuff. Micro density fiber you use to repair things, I believe, or it can be used for other crafted items. I can craft these if I need them, so I'm not too worried about that. I did end up picking up couple exosuit upgrades out of factories, so starting to fill that up too. You can find those in like abandoned buildings too. Alright, get up here. I think the first thing I'm gonna want to do is get this hyperdrive done, and I'm gonna need to buy suspension. Oh no, I just used up all my plutonium, didn't I? Hopefully I can grab some plutonium. If I can't, then I'm gonna have to run down and grab some. Alright, I'm just gonna sell this stuff first. Get some of this garbage out of my backpack. See, the stuff doesn't sell for much, all it does is take up room. Yeah, same thing. The casings actually go for more money than I thought they did. Some gra. Okay, so the lemming. Alright, now let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna need one of these. And I'm gonna need suspension fluid. I'm not gonna bother buying the plutonium. Oh, I can buy antimatter outright though. Gosh. You know what? I'm just gonna buy the antimatter and turn around and sell that thing back. Actually, let's Oh, I'm gonna need thallium for that. Oh, that's in my ship. Alright. I don't want to go that way. Check this. Alright, check with this guy. Come on, let me interact. Did I already talk to him, maybe? I must have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run down and grab some plutonium. Let's go in here. Alright, hyperdrive's fixed. Now I can craft my warp cell. Let's get that filled. I go over here, can I craft? I can make one of those. Oh, I need plutonium for that. Alright, I'll hold on to that. You know what, I can do this in the next system. I'll, yeah, I don't want to, yeah, I'm going to sell that thing right off. The thing is, when I get to the next system, I want to make sure I don't fill my hyperdrive. Because I'm going to probably run around and find some more crash ships. There's no sense in repairing it if you're going to, or no sense in fuel in it if you're just going to break it down for another ship. So, what you do is sell that suspension fluid back. Yeah, see, they don't sell for hardly anything. So I just lost some money on that. Alright, let's get rid of this aluminum, nickel, a little bit of Herox in here, or iridium. Should hang on to that. Alright. Actually, let's get rid of that. Anything I could actually use? Get that shield booster. That I can install anytime. Looking for something to use this Carite sheet on. See if I can install anything from my bolt caster. No, doesn't look like it. Yeah, like some of these are actually messed up too. Oh, I should have kept that nickel for this. Plasma clip 3. Now just give me a higher clip size. Reload, okay. Alright, I'm going to probably just sell off that sheet though, just so it's not taking up room. It doesn't sell for like anything, so. Alright, so sync. Alright. Go get some, actually, I don't need anything else here, actually, do I can just get, plutonium in the next system, so. head out. Yeah, there is space combat, but I think you have to actually attack the ships. I don't think they attack you like pirates do. I mean, I don't think they do. Alright, and again, you can go into like regular old free roam. What I'm looking for is that's going to be their galaxy center. So, alright, so it's way too far. Let's go back in here. Yeah, you do have like a free roam still. But yeah, everything's going to be way too far away for me, so just go right here. Yeah, and as you notice, there's no like recharge menu thing. So pretty much everything is just very bare bones. Now I might get another like quest marker here too. And there's really no reason to go and rename stuff or anything either. This is a totally different like galaxy map. Okay, we can get emerald here. And at least you can tell what it is when you shoot it. So just look for that. You know, you don't get a ton of it or anything though. At least you know what your asteroids are going to contain. Alright, I'm not going to bother with the space station right now. Let's just pick a planet and head towards it. Actually, get these guys. Yeah, you can see we still have Protogek. A couple different ones on that last planet. And make sure I upload all these. Alright. Oh, you pick the planet furthest away. It's hard to tell how far away some of this stuff is. That was probably going to be a lot closer. This will have water on it too. You guys will be able to see the water. How that looks. The water's quite a bit different too. Like a toxic planet. If I can find a building to land at. I'd like to actually land someplace with stuff around it, not a bunch of emptiness. And a lot of times if you see a signal booster, it means there's a building nearby. So I'm either looking for a building or a signal booster. This is a big planet too. We're not seeing much of anything. Alright, we got a signal booster. There we go. At least it'll give us a reference point. Something that we can actually get to. Alright. Here's a new planet. A whole bunch of new stuff to scan too. It's gonna be a hot planet. Got a manufacturing facility. On another planet. A whole bunch of stuff to scan. Up to 30 creatures. Go make up a bypass chip. Oh, I can't. Plutonium. Might as well grab that. A bunch of this stuff here. Oh, aggressive animal. See if we can go find another drop pod. Hope we get lucky. This. Oh, didn't craft it. Hopefully get a drop pod right away. That'd be nice. Alright. I think we'll just head for that. I know that animal keeps trying to get close to me. We find some plutonium over there. sure I have some iron on me. Alright, so we got what, five? Yeah, you have 48 slots total in your exosuit and your ship. I really could get going on these drop pods. Got some more platinum. Plutonium is going to be an issue on this planet. Tell already. Alright, there's some here. Good. Alright, it's not going to be as bad as I thought. Get in as many scans as I can.
Navigational data received.
Like your visor is only good for scanning. It won't tell you, you know, like nearby structures or anything. Yeah, because I left a lot of stuff back in that ship. Trying to replenish some of it. Got a whole bunch of them. Move that over. Okay, so we do have extra zinc now. We don't need that. Alright. Yeah, I was hoping maybe there'd be a scanner nearby. Oh, these little crates, those typically mark like emerald. I thought they were going to be those green crates that you pick up, but yeah, it's just as valuable items, you know, like emerald and nickel, stuff like that. What we have here. Alright, let's actually grab some iridium. I might want that if I do find a crashed ship. Save me from running around grabbing it. A little bit more. I always try to keep like 2 stacks of it in my ship. Yeah, that way I don't have to mess around trying to find it later. Grab some extra iron. Like in this version of the game, a lot of it is just like resource gathering. Because you have to do so much of it because your stack size is so small, and you go through it so quickly that you're constantly needing to farm it up. you scan as much as possible. I'm not going to bother going down there. Another scan. Alright. Actually, I had a full thing of zinc, didn't I? Yep. I actually have extra. And the game does mark stuff for you sometimes too. Like that's off planet, that's off planet. Yeah, I'm kind of hanging out in this area waiting for daylight. That way you guys can see the water too. You don't have a scanner in your ship either, so you can't look around for buildings. I'm just looking for anything like a drop pod or building. Alright, got a transmissions tower. Hopefully that's close. That's going to be on another planet also. Also know it would be here. Typically they'll give you points of interest as you fly around. Too bad they're all on different planets though. They must not want me on this planet for some reason. Over here. This is a really empty planet. Okay, we got a booster. Drop pod over there. It's the one I was just at. I don't know why the thing didn't disappear. Alright, let's get one of these. See if we can find another drop pod. Shelter. And this is how the water used to look. It's like super clear. It's a little bit awkward. Yeah, it's not like super deep. You can get some pretty deep water, but it's not anything like we have now. But it's like super clear. And of course there are caves for you to die in too. Nothing to scan down there. Anything? Alright. Check out that shelter, and then this planet's pretty empty, actually. Oh, gotta refill that. I know that drop pod's the one I just went to. I'm almost positive. I don't know why it didn't remove the thing from it. See, the game does weird stuff like that sometimes. Especially in this version. get a minor settlement. Which is nice. Might be able to get a new multi-tool. Check these outbuildings. Now these, I'm pretty sure, yeah, these still say multi-tool. I'm not going to bother. Actually, let's just try it, just to see if it does anything else. Yeah. So, I'm not going to bother with those anymore, unless they say something else on them, besides multi-tool. It's just a waste of carbon now. Alright, take a run in here. Oh, we got a stock machine. Of course, you have to pay for like all of these little machines. Oh! I did not realize these were in the game this early. A friggin' experimental. No way. Alright, so we got 5, 9, 11 slots compared to 13 slots. 72,000. Alright. I'm gonna end up taking this. I had no idea experimentals existed. This, in this version of the game. I'm pretty sure that I've never seen one. So that tells me alien multi-tools are probably in here too. I'm definitely not going to be hunting them down though. Alright, we're going to decline it for now. Let me see if this... Yeah, it just says multi-tool tech. I'm not going to bother with it. Not going to do that. Come on. Go. See if I can get this guy to give me a blueprint. Yeah, I have no idea what he said. You know what, let's shake hands. Alright, give me something good. Okay, that'll work. It's better than like a Corvax casing or whatever. Alright. Some of that stuff uploaded. Yeah, so you make a lot of your money just by doing these scans. Alright. I do have extra stuff. Let's sell off that emerald. Alright, and I'm gonna end up with a bunch of material out of this, so let's go dismantle everything I can. Alright, that I can't. And okay, I can do the ballcaster. Alright, let's go grab that multi-tool. Let me take a picture of that. Yeah, I've never seen a experimental this early in the game before. Right. I'm just waiting for those screens to go past. I'm trying to get a good screenshot. Oh my god, how many of them are there? Might as well collect this stuff. It's gonna take a few seconds for the game to catch up. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a good picture. Yeah, so our stuff's pretty full right now. How long is that thing gonna take? I'm gonna take another look at this thing real quick. Oh. The multi-tool changed. That's weird. Yeah, because before I had a bunch of lasers in it. Oh. So there is like an issue here. So we have 5, 10, we had 11 slots. I think I had 13 slots before. You know what? I'm gonna try something. How many slots were in this? Okay, so we've got 2, 4, 6. Okay, we have 13. You know what? I'm not angry about that. You know, we're just gonna compare. And actually, I did drop the price down too. You know, I'm gonna gamble with this thing. I'm gonna hit decline. You know what? No, I'm not gonna gamble. I'm just taking it. I was gonna say I can do a reload and see if I can get a different multi-tool, but I don't want to pass up experimental. Not that it's gonna matter because I'm gonna end up switching it back anyway. Let me jump out here and do a reload. I want to see if that changes the multi-tool. It should just, it's most likely just going to be an empty cabinet, but wanted to see if maybe I could get that other version back. Alright. Retrieve all our crap. Okay. Yep, that's going to be empty, but did that multi-tool stay the same? Yeah, it did, okay. I weren't sure if it would or not. Alright, I'm gonna break that down. I'm gonna break that down. Alright, and just get this thing built back up. Oh, I can't do that. Let's see if I can... Actually, I really don't have to bother with the scanner all that much. Get that. Analysis visor. What are these coolant ones? I don't care about combat. Beam focus. What would I need? Oh, I need a bunch of that stuff. Can I actually get any of that in here? Nope. Alright. Yeah, I'm not really too focused on trying to get like maximum stuff. Alright, so we'll build that. Get our bolt caster. Yeah, I know some of this stuff is doesn't work the way it's supposed to. A plasma clip. Okay, about plasma clip 3 though. I need 150 nickel for that one. Or only 10 that way. I think I can get some nickel out of here. I'm just gonna go and get the 10. I don't need like the big clip in that thing right now. Okay, so that's the regular clip. Regular clip. And what about the reload? I'll just go with a regular reload. I don't do like any like real combat or anything, so a lot of stuff I don't need. Yeah, there's so many upgrades for the grenades. Okay, impact damage. Don't really need that. Accelerant. Alright. Alright, I guess that'll work. I am gonna need to recharge these, aren't I? No, I won't. That recharged. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to check. Move this over. Just get rid of that. This over. Let's get that installed. Okay, warp reactor, that's what I was looking for. Okay, another dynamic. Alright. Alright. So I'm not looking to actually upgrade any of this stuff. I'm trying to put the parts and pieces together in my mind of different things I'm gonna need later on for some of these upgrades. I want to wait until I have a, like a 40 slot ship or something before I start actually going in on a bunch of the upgrading portions. Alright, I do have a couple things in here. Okay, we do have a shield boost. Okay, we're gonna hold off on that too. Alright, okay, so I do have extra platinum, so let's get rid of that extra platinum. Get rid of that before I forget. So, oh, I have way more than that than I thought. Okay, we'll sell 165 of that. That's how 2 zinc. I never. Yeah, don't really need that titanium either, but it's one of those things where if I sell it, I'm probably gonna need it. Okay, we have 100 over there. Alright, so I do have extra titanium. Let's just sell that off. Just trying to get rid of some of these little partial stacks.
Navigational data received.
See, if you stay somewhere long enough, they will give you points of interest to look at, so. Alright, I should hold on to that nickel. I want to make sure I keep some of the common stuff on me. Alright, make up a couple of these. Actually, take a peek, see how much those sell for. Oh, 0 margin. I should probably make up a few. Alright, so I have a full stack of plutonium. Alright, how much? Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. I can always make up a bunch later on and sell them. That's how I get a lot of my money anyway. And, okay. You see in the bottom right hand corner it says the Atlas, find us, hear us. I'm gonna want to go do that. Because that will get us to the Atlas station. Want to try to get like the tutorial type stuff out of the way, because it will stop things from, you know, getting messed up. So I think I'm gonna do a couple scans here, and then make our way to the Atlas station. That rebuild. And I also want to check. I want to make sure I got all that uploaded and actually look at my journeys too. So some of these have gone up quite a bit. They're maxed out at 10, so yeah, destroyed starships still 0. Alright, so a lot of these are going up nicely. Because I'm not that far in, I mean, like 10 hours, something like that in. And I haven't started actually like warping towards the center or anything. So, take a run over here. I'm actually gonna see if I can find a drop pod, and hopefully a crash ship would probably be good too. because there's not. Okay, that's a trading post. All right, that could be good. Try another shelter. Yeah, because I need to start working on getting some other blueprints too. Alright, we're gonna hit that drop pod first. Then we'll head over to that trading post. See, it just says shelter, but I know that it said, alright. Did I not interact with this? See, I'm hoping that that marker will go away. I guess it doesn't want to. Alright, so drop pod's going to be off to our right. That's our grade. Alright. Trading post is that way. Yeah, at the trading post, we might be able to just buy a new ship. And it won't have a bunch of broken stuff in it. Yeah, so I'm going to rely a lot on the different shelters and crash ships, the comm ball I can get blueprints out of, so it's going to be a lot of it now. So that's why I'll probably end up doing a good amount of this off stream. Just because a lot of it is just, you know, fly down, do a drop pod. And did I already do this drop pod? An aggressive animal here somewhere. There's way too many bullets. Alright, so that drop pod is useless. See, this is where the game starts kind of getting wonky. Start doing stuff like that. Alright, I'm gonna head to that trading post, I guess. Only like a minute away, so I should look it up a little bit higher. See if we get a better ship. One thing I am going to want to do is move a bunch of this stuff out back into my regular inventory. I should now move a couple more things. See if we can get a ship to land. Talk to this guy. Not one word out of all that. Alright. that, I guess. No. Guess he didn't like me. Oh, I need to... What am I going to need for my hyperdrive? Okay, suspension fluid or vapor. If I can buy either one of those here. Or if I can buy antimatter outright, that would be nice. Zero plasma, suspension fluid. Reservoir. Okay, let's just see if we can get a ship to land first. Sometimes it can take them a while to show up. Yeah, I have no idea how to answer these guys correctly. The aliens. So maybe the ship would show up. Got a storm going on. Wait too much longer. Alright, I'm tired of waiting. Let's buy a suspension fluid. Pretty sure I am taking heat damage, even though I'm down underneath. 73%. Yeah, you do take damage here. Let's... Oh, get a ship coming in. Got an explorer. Of course, it doesn't tell you any stats about it. Offer. Alright, I think that's got more slots. We got 5, 10, 12. Got 21 slots in this. And it is expensive. A few things I can rip out of it. But we gained 2 slots out of it. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Yeah, we need plutonium. Let me grab one of those other things too. Grab one of those 35,000. I want to make sure I have a good amount of plutonium first. 100 there. Okay, so I'm gonna hold off. Dang it. I was hoping to just be able to pick up a ship for cheap. See if we can find a signal scanner. Yeah, because you can't scrap ships or anything. You're just stuck with one ship, so it's not worth giving up that much money right now for one. Rather just find a crashed ship. Signal booster over here. So, crash ships, we're going to want to look for transmissions. Should get a observatory or transmissions tower, so head over there. Grab up this. See what this ship is. Well, I'll have to go to the tower first, but... See, when something's only like 30 seconds away, I like to just kind of fly to it somewhat slowly in case I see any drop pods around. It is kind of a little bit difficult though, because the way your pulse engine, it kind of winds up a little bit and then you take right off. So it can be a little difficult to kind of control your speed. And plus everything renders in like super slow too, that doesn't help. Some of this action. I find myself using that stuff a lot more for recharging. Alright, let's get in. Alright, and I'm not gonna bother with these anymore. Just make sure it says, yep, multi-tool, so. I'm pretty sure those only give you multi-tool upgrades. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing right. 240, I think that's what, 1540. I think I know most of these, but sometimes I do have to slow down. Yeah, it's gonna be 1440, it has to be. Alright. We have our ship location. pick that cube up or not. Must have.
Technology recharge.
Oh yeah, it's pretty far away. And go up. Fly right to that. I don't know if it'll take me around. Yep, it does. Yeah, I don't know how loud this flying stuff is on stream, but it's pretty dang loud in my ears. Speed that up a little. Yeah, it actually feels like your whole ship is about ready to rip apart. That's just from the audio. Like my controller has a very slight vibration to it. The audio makes it sound a lot louder. Right, it's like a hauler. A ball hauler too. Yeah, this might actually have a couple extra slots. Haulers are typically bigger, so. Let's see.
Life support power. Low.
4, 8, 12, 16. Alright, so 20 slots. Of course, for some reason, they don't like to put launch thruster or hyperdrive up at the top. One thing that's always bothered me about this. Alright, so we're gonna end up taking this. Move all those over. Go accept. Alright, name up me in. Alright. Oh, do what we did before. We're gonna make 2 of these. Oh, we're not gonna make 2 of those. Alright, we're gonna need a bunch of iron. Might take a little bit on this planet because all these rocks are pretty small. I'm gonna need 300 iron for this. At least you get quite a bit out of them, so not too bad. It's not like you're out here for 20 minutes getting ferrite dust. Alright, so let's make up what we can. I'm gonna need 4 more. Alright, so we'll need more. So that should be the last one. I'm probably gonna have to be in my ship. Oh, maybe not. Bolt engine. Good. So that one should be good. That's good. Shield I don't really have to do anything with. Alright, so can I break these down from here? Good. I'm not gonna bother with that. Alright, and I am gonna need to get one of those resonators. Photon cannon. I should actually fix that just in case I need it for any type of combat. There's iridium around here. Alright, got some iridium over here. We also have a beacon over here. Oh, I have, alright. I can fix that. Alright, let's get that repaired. See, for some reason, I keep thinking that I need to be in my ship to repair this stuff, and I don't. Can I craft stuff in here? So I will need... Okay. I will need to get to a terminal. Yeah, nighttime it's kind of hard to see what this stuff is. Alright, let's, while we're here, let's craft up another... Oh, I don't have plutonium on me. Get rid of that guy. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the signal booster. Back to our ship. Take the long route. That didn't take long. Yeah, I still need to get some more iridium though. If I can get anywhere though. Actually, I think there's some right there. aggressive animal. You can't even tell if you're hitting them. It's hard to keep track of how much you're actually mining. They don't tell you exactly how much you're picking up when you do this. Alright, so we do have a bunch of iridium now. Back to our ship. And I'm probably gonna end up jumping off here very shortly. Jump in here, let my stuff recharge real quick, and fix up. I should have this fixed, just in case I end up needing it for combat. The shield I really don't care about. I probably shouldn't have repaired the hyperdrive either, but it is what it is. Get one of those built. Get our antimatter done. Get our warp cell. Alright, am I just going to go ahead and just refill it? I'm going to end up needing to jump to a new system. I'm not going to bother upgrading my ship here. Before I do that, I want to make sure I run back here, grab this. Hopefully get an exosuit blueprint. Alright, I'm not going to bother with the pilot. I'm going to do the distress signal. Alright, so it should be some ship tech. Now, if I went the other choice, it would have given me a multi-tool module, probably. Alright. And this... Yep, the same deal. It's only going to be multi-tool, so I'm not going to bother with damaged machinery anymore. Jump in here. Let me get these uploaded. Alright, now, I don't think I'm gonna bother with anything else here. Okay, that's that trading post. A couple things out here. I got a transmissions tower. The manufacturing facility. Blue I don't care about. Alright, let's head for that manufacturing facility. And that's going to be where I end up jumping off, guys. I want to make sure I save on a planet, so... Yeah, and if I get a chance later on today, I might just jump in for a little bit and kind of do the same thing I'm doing this, this stream. Hopefully focus more on getting some drop pods done. I was thinking about just warping to the next system and start doing the Atlas stuff. That'll be in the next stream most likely, though. Yeah, that is manufacturing. Alright, so I think this is our first winter planet. Which will actually be good because I can get some stuff that you can only get on winter planets. Let me jump in here. Yeah, you can get this stuff on winter planets. So we'll need some of that. Alright guys, so yeah, I'll pick up from here next time, or, you know, this is where I'll start my next playthrough or whatever. I don't know if I'll end up streaming that or not. It depends on how today goes and by the time, you know, what time I get home tonight. So chances are it's probably going to be late, so I'll just jump on for like an hour, see if I can get a few drop pods done, and hopefully be able to stream tomorrow for a little bit. But I think that's going to do it for me today, guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time to check this out, and I will see you next time. Take care.